What up guys, this is Travis. Welcome to your 34th tutorial, and today we're going to get into some animation, something simple. We're going to extend the view class, which probably means nothing to you at the moment, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to set up a new activity where the whole background is blue, and we're just going to send I'm going to use that cloud that I used in the last tutorial. It's just going to be a cloud image that scrolls across the screen. Once it hits the end, it's going to drop down a little bit and then just scroll across the screen again. I didn't finish it and run it for you, but I was just showing you what our activity is going to do. And you should have set that custom button to open up a new activity, and I called it Tutorial 5. So basically open that up, and this is something that you're familiar with. But when we're dealing with animation, it's going to be pretty different than what we've been doing so far. It might be confusing at first, but the more and more we use it, you guys will, understand it quite well. Just like the button. The button was probably pretty confusing, but right now you're probably teaching all your friends how to do it because they don't really understand what's going on. And also we're going to utilize some of the power of Java and kind of get you guys, understanding Java a little bit. I'm not going to explain too much. If it confuses you, just let me know and I'll make another tutorial breaking down what we did. But we're going to kind of utilize some of that power of Java, and you guys will kind of understand the concepts of what we have been doing already. Basically, I want you to open that Tutorial 5 Java, and right under the activity, we're going to set up a new variable, and it's going to be from the Corn Boys class. We're going to call it sweet BK for background. And as you know, this is a variable that we can use within this whole activity. So right now it's saying, hey, I know you want to create a variable of some object of the Corn Boys class, but we have no idea what that is. So that's fine. That's the power of Java I was talking about. We're going to hit create new Corn Boys class. And this basically tells us where we want to create that Corn Boys class. I just said, create it in the same place as this package. So here's our Corn Boys Java. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this variable to equal the set content view. Like I said, basically the Corn Boys Java is going to be view. And then we're going to use the Corn Boys view for a set content view for animation. So we're going to say sweet BK as our set content view. It's give us all sorts of errors because it's like, yo, don't know what that is. That's fine. So now we're going to go into the Corn Boys Java right here. And what we're going to do is, like I said, it's going to be from the view class. Instead of saying extends activity, we're going to say extends view, and then we're going to import the view class, and it's going to give us an error, and it's going to say, hey, you need to add a constructor. So we're going to add this constructor, and we're just going to name this context for tutorial and 5, just to get you guys, just kind of break it down, show you what it means. And then what we need to do is say, okay, we have a new view, but we want this sweet BK to equal a new Corn Boys object, and we're going to pass in this for the parameters. So basically what we're doing now is we're passing in the context of tutorial 5 into the Corn Boys Java. So it's like this, so then it's like passing over into this Corn Boys Java, and basically this is the context that it's receiving, and this is what we want to do with that context within this constructor right here. So and just to let you know, we're pretty much done with our tutorial 5 Java. That's all we need to do basically. We're pretty much done, and now we have to create that view in our Corn Boys Java. So we're going to go into that, and this might be kind of confusing, but like I said, you'll get familiar with it, and I might create another tutorial just breaking down everything that we did. So first, what we want to do is we want to set up basically a bitmap that that cloud bitmap. So it's going to come from the bitmap class, and I'm going to call it cloud, just so you guys aren't confused here. I'm just going to hit import cloud, and now within this constructor, we're going to say cloud, what cloud equals. So we're going to say cloud equals, and then we're going to just set up basically the bitmap that we want. So I'm going to say, we've kind of done this before, I believe. So it's going to be from the bitmap factory. We're just going to hit dot decode resource, and sorry, I'm getting that cold back again for some reason. And we're going to use the get resource method, and then the ID, which is r.drawable dot cloud1, I believe. If it's not the right cloud, that's fine. But basically now we have identifier for our cloud variable. And then we're going to go under this constructor, and we're going to right click and see the options of the view class. Just like we would with the when we extend an activity. This isn't extending activity, it's extending view. So we're going to go right click and go to source and override implemented methods. And as you can see, there's a ton of methods that we can use from the view class. But what we need is something like an onCreate. But we're going to use a canvas because we're doing animation. And basically, the canvas is going to be a onDraw. This is basically like onCreate when you're working with animations. So we're going to have an onDraw, and it's going to draw a canvas. So now we basically have to set up that canvas. And what we want on the canvas, just think of it as, you know, a canvas, and then we have to repaint it every second, and we repaint the object in a different place each second so it looks like animation. But we have to define what we want on the canvas and what the canvas background is and all that great stuff. So basically, first we're going to set up that rectangular that I was talking about, and then we're going to paint it blue, and then we're going to add that rectangle to the canvas. So that's what we're going to be doing now. I'm just going to say set background. I probably shouldn't type any notes to save some time. But it's going to be from the rectangle class, and this is just a Java code, or a Java context, so it'll know that you're talking about a rectangle here. And we're just going to call this one C background, or CBK. Alright, it's going to equal, well, first we're going to import the rec. So we imported that, and then we're going to say new rec. So it's going to know it's going to be some kind of rectangle. And now we need to set up what that variable is going to do, or what is going to be set up as, what parameters we want, all that great stuff. So we're going to say cbk dot set, and this is going to be we're going to use this one because it's kind of easy to understand. Set, and this is going to be the left, top, right, and bottom of whatever we want. Basically, we want to fill this whole screen that's available, and up here is going to be the left top and bottom right. So if we set those 2 points right, it's going to be no left, right, bottom, and all that good stuff. So basically, when you're using graphics, it's going to start up here as 0, 0 up to however many pixels it is, and then this is going to be 0, 0. Then this is going to be like, this is your y-axis. It's going to go up as you go down. Sorry, that probably didn't make much sense. But obviously the left is going to be 0, and the top is also going to be 0. And what do we want for the right? Well, we don't know how big the screen is going to be, what phone we're running on. So what we can do is we can take this canvas that is being passed in, and we can see what's available. So we want the full width. So we're going to say canvas, because that's what's being passed into this onDraw. And we can hit dot and then we can say get width. So basically this is going to return how many pixels wide this canvas is. So that's going to be what our right is set up as. And then we need to do the bottom, so that's going to be like our height. So we're going to again say canvas, or whatever this parameter is being passed in. We're going to say get height. So again, that's going to give us like 0 up until however wide it is for left and right. And then for top, it's going to be 0 to the bottom, which is however tall it is. So hopefully you guys understand that. That's not too bad.